was really important to us to have like this warm, welcoming kind of atmosphere. And so instead of somebody sitting behind a desk looking like I'm really in charge, we really felt like a round desk conveys more inclusiveness. So we tried to be really deliberate about that. So this is our welcome desk. It's where people will check in. After they check in, they will be invited to come down. There's several rooms down here where they will go through a short interview process. We have a waiting room for kids, well, for anybody. But one of the things that we really wanted to do was to have books available. So those of us that are readers really are wanting to, really stress that. So the bookshelves are not for show. The bookshelves are for people to be able to select books out. And we have like little bitty readers, and then sort of elementary school age, and then adult ones over to the side. You can kind of just see how we're divided out. We do have non-food things. People can't use food stamps, SNAP benefits for non-food things, and so we've got some school supplies, some paper goods. Around on this side, we have some dental products, and then here's our cat food and dog food, our pet food section right here. Again, if somebody is, I've heard from so many pet owners that when they would come to a food pantry, they look for things that their animals can eat, even when it's human food, just because that's like super important to them. Behind you here is our baby manna section, where we have baby food, baby formula, diapers, limited amounts. This is a very pricey thing. We have to buy these things that are usually not donated. So we have to be kind of limited in how much of that goes out at a time. But you can kind of see we're still in the process of stocking up our shelves. Our freezers and coolers. But it's really great to have all of that space. So we have 3 rooms where we can do interviews in a private setting. Again, thinking in terms of not sitting behind a desk, being the in-charge person. We have tables, round tables in here, and it's that idea that we're sitting down at a table together as friends, and so it's really important to us to convey, that kind of sense. And here is our conference room, and we have cooking facilities in here. So tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to be meeting with a local chef. She wants to come over and discuss some cooking demonstrations that she could do. We've got this great produce. Not everybody knows what to do with the produce. One of my board members, Christian Watson, is a chef. He was talking about doing a workshop where he brings in a bunch of spices and teaches people how to use spices. So these are things that are interesting, not just for people who come to get food assistance, they're interesting to all of us, So that's our shopping area, marketplace area. Those doors are normally closed. They just have them propped up because we're trying to get things stocked out there. We have a walk-in cooler and a walk-in freezer that we'll be able to fill those up so that when we have space that needs to get filled over here, then we'll be able to come get that and then take it out there and store it. You guys do have to notice my janitor's sink and my display board. I am intensely proud of my display board there. I saw one similar to that at Rex Nord, and I thought, now that is like super cool. Sort of like dry cleaning and then wet cleaning. Somebody said, oh, that means that things won't ever get lost, and it's like, oh, contraire. And then this is just where we store the product to supply the shopping area. We're still kind of trying to get things put up and put away. I know it looks like a lot of bananas, but it's really banana boxes, right? The universal packing box, and we're trying to get some of that stuff hauled away this afternoon. So it looks a little messy right now, y'all, but it's working. It's working. And I've had a couple people come in and say, I think the building it's really big, and it's like, yeah, it is. But we're not thinking about 1 or 2 years. We're thinking about this long term. And we're watching the growth in Lake County. This is specific to helping people in Lake County. And I look at some local nonprofits that have had a capital campaign and have built a building, and then they find themselves just a few years down the road, like, oh, we've got to expand, we need to grow. It's a lot easier to do that like right now, right, than it is to plan for that, right?